Brena Bajo. Brenya Bajo. It's quite warm here, very sunny. And as you can see, there's some banana plantations around me. Plantain plantations, I should say. Just like in Icod. You can't grow this type of plant anywhere you want in the Canaries. You have to find places where there's enough sun for them to grow. So there's not that many that you can choose from. So it's interesting that there's a correlation between that and the other things I'm looking for. Old stone walls here and there, and a bit further down, but they built a road through it. But I think they continue on this side. So I'm pretty sure they predate the road. Some other piles of rocks. What's really interesting is this. That's huge. It has a staircase. Big wall made of dark stones. You can see there's a two-stepped platform at least, and behind it, you can see that this one has been collapsed, whatever it was. But that there's still a complex of walls back there. That's amazing. Seems to be something else over there. I'm not sure if I can actually get down there. There's a stack of rocks to the left of it, a wall. Or is that another? There's several steps over there. And then there's the pyramid with some sort of altar on top. Wall here and here and over there. Actually, that looks like another pyramid. No, it's just a wall. Lizards are everywhere. Let's see. Some steps over there. I don't think I can actually get to this thing. It's overgrown with cacti. It's enormous. It's partially collapsed. It has an altar on top. The landscape is made of, it's like Guimar. It's identical. It's made of these rocky platforms and stone walls. You can see there's another stone wall there. Strange trees. So it's very difficult to walk, and right now everything's in bloom. And besides that, it's just piles of rocks. So they're probably unstable. There's lots of, I could see a collapsed wall there. And I don't know if it collapsed because of an earthquake or a volcanic eruption, or if it's just really unstable because it's thousands of years old and hasn't been well maintained. So I'm not even going to try to walk on top of it because I can't even get there. Yeah, there's no path. It's like steep, abrupt drops. The only entrance would be from that side, but there's some guys farming bananas over there. I can't. Well, you can see that there used to be something on top. There used to be something on top there. And there's a staircase, and it's collapsed. The staircase is on the west side, facing mountains, which are currently covered in clouds, just like in Guimar. Actually, the staircase is aligned the same way. But what's really strange is that there's a rock on top of this one. And what's also interesting is this. Yeah, look. Look at that. You can see it has steps. That's another pyramid. This is also a pyramid. Look at that. They built a road right through the middle of it. Alright, so here's what that looks like from the sky. Here's the pyramid, and you can see it's collapsed on one side. There's a staircase, and that staircase is actually pointing at Mount Teide in Tenerife. Anyway, besides this, we have some other things that I couldn't really see from the ground, but I see now that looks like it has steps. It looks like there's something there that could be modern, perhaps something there. This is a very long, strange platform. This is the one I was standing next to with the stairs. And as you can see, they continue right across the road. It's a large, elaborate structure, and steps here that are not just for farming. I'll have to look at some older satellite photos to get a better idea of this entire area. And that one you can see as well. This is all in line with these stone walls and mounds. They're all over the place. And you can see it from a satellite. I'll edit in some satellite video. You can see that there's a very large structure here. Made of stone walls and stone piles that look very old. Up there as well. Here's something. That one looks like a stack of rocks that could have collapsed. This just looks like a pile of rocks. The mountains here are very tall and very steep. I think the thing that's most striking to me about this landscape is how similar it is to the valley of Guimar. We're surrounded by mountains with a very large mountain range that's to the west and to the north. And just as there's a volcano by the sea in Guimar, there's one here as well. And I don't understand why. And I don't know who built this. But it was a lot of work. And it looks very, very old. stairs here. Yeah, that's a pyramid. And you can see someone installed a irrigation thing next to this out of cement, and they've just plastered it into an existing structure. There's a lizard. Don't think you can see it. See, there's stairs. There's something on top of it before. There's something else there. Right behind, there's a pyramid right behind me. Something there. The landscape that the pyramid is pointing at is the same sort of mountainous thing as you have in Guimar. And even the clouds are at about the same height. It has several steps. It's not round. I mean, it's not squared. It's sort of rounded here. It sticks out a bit. All kinds of stuff here. This is also some sort of strange stepped platform. Oh wow, I just realized that in the background I can see Mount Teide. And if I'm standing right about here, pyramid and Teide are aligned. Huh. That's interesting. Maybe there's a solstice alignment. The amount of rocks that it would take to build such a thing is crazy. If you had that much rock in this place, why would you even try to farm it? Or why would you even try to clear it? Why wouldn't you find a place with less rocks? Because there are places with fewer rocks. I don't understand. Or I guess I do understand. I understand that it doesn't make sense that this is Or I guess I do understand. I understand that it doesn't make sense that a farmer built that. He didn't build that. Something here. This is also a very large, strange, and old pile of rocks. Oh. Looks a lot like Guimar. Oh, private property. Stepped structure. Perfectly flat stone wall on top of this rock. Straight lines. Difficult to film, but there's a large pile of rocks over there in that field. There's something that looks like a pyramid with a really old tree on top of it. I think that's another one. No, I'm not sure. Some kind of shack next to it. Looks a lot like the other one, about the same size too. Yeah, actually we have this pile of rocks I don't know if that's one as well. It looks like it. And you can see the other one there in the distance. Yeah, you can see it a bit better here. It's a very large pile of rocks. That also has a little rock on top, just like that one. And Taida's in the background. This is very interesting. Here you see there's also a pile of rocks. It has a really, really old tree on top of it. That's, I don't know what type of tree that is. The rocks must have been there before the tree was there. I don't know what this is. It's got at least one step. Looks like it's partially made of rocks. Piles of rocks. Old, collapsed piles of rocks. But it looks like there's some sort of natural rock formation in the middle. A large pile of rocks. I wish that I was born 1,000 years ago. I wish that I'd sailed the darkened seas in a great big clipper ship, going from this land to that in a sailor's suit and cap. And I guess that I just don't know. Yeah, I guess that I just don't know. This is Expedition 6, day 9, I think. But the one behind it is really old and made of stones. This wall is also made of stones, but you can see it's a lot newer, as is this. Well, this is a bit older. And you can see that there's no lichens growing on it. It's not yellowed, no moss. It's been stacked relatively recently. Another very old house. A modern one attached to it. These pyramids are making me thirsty. These pyramids are making me thirsty. These pyramids are making me thirsty. I'm somewhere here. Kaliton. I'm gonna go see what's going on over here on the other side of the island. Across the mountain. All the seats on the bus are taken. I'm sitting in the stairwell. So, I drove past this landscape. I got a little bit of it on film, but it's covered in these cairns. Um, they could just be to clear the fields, but they could be something else. Some of them are enormous. Some of them have many levels. Some of them are perfectly round. And then there's also the issue of the alignment, which I'll explain a bit later. Selfie stick just broke. I'm doing this with my hands. I was taking the bus from the top of the mountain down to the other side of the island, and I started seeing some interesting things, so I pressed the button to stop. Luckily there was a stop right next to where I was at the time, and now I'm just walking around. I'm really interesting things nearby. Oh man. There's a lot of dogs here. I had a dream last night that a dog attacked me and ripped my face off, so I'm especially horrified to see that there was a loose dog just now. There's a lot of rocks rolling down the hill. It smells like piss everywhere. There's a lot of really old houses here. I'm really high up, it feels like probably at least 1,000 meters. The tallest mountain here is 2,000, it must be at least 1,000. Yeah, there's lots of old houses, and I'm gonna go back to that area that I saw, the piles of rocks. I don't think I can go back there. There's no sidewalk or anything. There's lots of cars. It's really dangerous. So, where am I? I'm here. The other pyramid, the pyramids I was at earlier were here. And there's a bunch of stacks of rocks here on the other side of the mountain. That's the same situation that you have in Tenerife. You have Guimar on this side, on the east side, with pyramids, and then you have in Guia de Azora on the west side of the island, almost in a line with the tallest mountain in the middle. You have over here a bunch of stacks of stones, and here you do too. It's very interesting that it's exactly the same in both places. Actually, I'm gonna have to find a different path back than the one I took because of those dogs. So really scary. They just fucking pop out of nowhere, man. At least that one's behind a fence. The other one was just like running around loose. Sheep. Sheep are not scary. And I saw another stray dog over there. So there's these weird stone piles everywhere. That one looks like it used to be a house. That one's just a pile, but it's square. The other one has a sort of monolith standing in it. There's all kinds of walls in strange shapes. I guess it could be farming and just an old house. Hola. There's some sort of great stacks of stones over there with steps, overgrown, inaccessible. There's another one right there. What am I doing? Why did I come out to the middle of nowhere? What could I possibly find out here? It's so hot. No, it's not. Caves over there. Really just don't know what I'm doing anymore. Where I'm going. These guys don't look that scary. Oh. Very stray though. I've been walking for at least 6 hours. Pretty tired. I'm going to a town called Los Llanos. If I can figure out how to get there. Through the valley of the shadow of dogs. I fear no dogs, for I know that dogs are with me. The museum is closed because of the holidays.